And now enjoy this free Jason Modcast show.
I'm right here. You've got to shoot straight. I'm right here. You've got to shoot straight. I'm right here. You've got to shoot straight.
And welcome to Shooting Straight. I am your co-host, David K. Montoya.
And I'm Randolph Lothburn.
All right, kids, welcome back to our 1 month show. We don't have anything planned out. We were talking, Randy was talking about doing kind of a funny, upbeat story. Well, it's kind of traumatic, but it's funny at the same time. And I was like, ooh, I don't know. I was saying like much of it. Ooh, yes. Sorry. It's just the way I said it. Ooh. And we're both in a good mood. And I have to say, Rand is medicated.
Yeah.
He's medicated. So he might be he might sound different, a little bit different, and that's why, is because he's on his medication. We're recording later in the evening than what we usually do. But as we're recording this, even though it won't be until next week that you hear this, it's Labor Day. So
yep, it's Labor Day.
So we've kind of just had a kickback day, and we just had some burgers, and now we're gonna be casting the pods, as it says.
Yep, casting the pods.
So I'm catching a trend here that I do with you every episode, and I didn't really realize this until I was editing the last show, episode 3, and we usually start the episode the same way every time. And
we do?
Yes, we do. And I ask you, how are you doing? So let's go ahead and start the show, as we're 2 minutes in, not too bad. But how are you? How are you doing?
I'm good today. I'm medicated. For you out there that know me, you might know. But I'm doing good. I had a crazy day the other day. I watched this movie the other day called Stray, and it was about a dog, and then at the end it passed away, so it kind of made me a little sad but happy because it was a really good movie.
Who was talking about that? Somebody was just talking about that recently?
Yeah, I think it was Mom. She's the one who told me, and then Deanie convinced me to watch it, so I watched it.
And it's based on a true story?
Yeah, it's about this dog. I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but it's good.
Okay. I probably won't have time. I'm fingers crossed. I'm hoping that I can get to the gym tonight. That's my goal tonight. I just feel like everything's finally starting to set in place as far as the Jazo Modcast network. And like right now, the only thing for this week that I'm waiting for is the new guy to give me Flashback Fridays. But other than that,
Flashback Fridays.
The entire week is set. There's not a damn thing I need to do. It's set.
That's so rad.
So that I can, because, and you know it, and I've been perky in all my shows and upbeat, and, but we're shooting straight. That's what this is all about. We're shooting straight.
Right.
And you know it as much as I know it because you're here, is I've been really stressed out. I've been working really hard to make this quality and to circulate it. And now as we're finally going into the 4th week of production, it seems like it's starting to go into autopilot, and I can finally take a deep breath.
That's good. I'm glad. We've had a lot of stuff happening this week, next week. But besides that, we're not doing too much.
Let's see. What do I got going on? Let's see. Oh, well, other than you editing the book, and let's see, what am I working on? I just wrote another piece for the World of Myth, which, if anybody, because we don't set and promote anything outside any business or anything like that. We're just, personal talk and stuff. But you can, Randy's a poet. He's a great poet. And you can see a lot of his work right now. You can go to the World of Myth, which is theworldofmyth.com. And you can go to contributors, click on Randolph R. Loughran, and you can look at what he's contributed so far. But other than that, he also puts out a poem once a month.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of fluffing you a little bit.
I know I haven't wrote no poems. I haven't just felt like it. I put one out though last week. I did one. I thought it was pretty good. I can't remember it right now, but I was going to show it to you. But I'm lost without my poem book. It's in Lone Park with my cousin. I left my backpack with the important stuff that I keep close by me. And so I'm like lost without my backpack. I'm like a woman without her purse. You know what I mean?
Right.
That backpack has all my personal stuff in it. And I'm like, when are you coming to visit? You know? He's like, oh, I'm busy. I got all this stuff. You didn't help me enough. I was like, you butthead. Like I did anything but vacation out there.
I was going to say, you need to tell the story. You need to, because the listeners don't know.
Oh, I had left about 3 weeks ago. 4 weeks? Would it be 4 weeks now?
Yeah,
4
it's
weeks.
been about 4 weeks.
I went on vacation. I was with my cousin in Lone Park. We had a good time.
In California.
In California. Lone Park, California. It's up north. About 2 hours away. Kind of southeast, southwest. I don't know.
And you were out there for, what, a good 3 weeks, right?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah. Just 2 weeks.
And you had left all your stuff out there.
I don't, not just all my stuff. I just my backpack. I got my other stuff, all my clothes and stuff. But everything else is there. My poem book, my pen with writing it. You know how people, like you artists, have special pens that you use?
Right.
And a certain book, and it's got all the poems, and it helps me to read the couple poems maybe before where I last left off to see where my mind is and where I'm going or what I want to do next. Or if it should go happy, sad, in between emotional, dramatic. You know, it just depends on what I've read. I don't have the rest to read. I even read, you know, from a year ago sometimes just to see how I was thinking and where I'm at now.
Oh, absolutely. I get that.
Because it tells a story. My friend once, I have another poem book that I gotta get. It's in my storage for my brother. It would really help me with my book if I had it. It'd probably be done, to be entirely honest. This one's huge. And I've had someone read it once, and they told me my life from reading my poems.
Really?
Yeah, basically told me my life story. And I was like so amazed by how intuitive they were about reading my poems and who I am. And it kind of goes like that. If you take the chance to read all my poems, you'll get a more intimate look at who I am because I put myself into them.
Well, right now the listener is getting an intimate look at who you are. Because you are a different person when you're medicated to when the last 3 episodes you hadn't been medicated.
Right.
And there is a very big difference between that person.
Calming or assertive? What is
You're
it?
hyper. You're very hyper.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you see me like turning the knobs down is when you're talking. Like you can see my barometer right here.
Yeah.
When you start talking, it jumps to the red. So I have to, adjust.
Is that good or what?
Yeah. I mean, you're happy. That's what that's what we all want.
Yeah, and I haven't drank a beer. That doesn't mean medicated by drinking a beer.
Oh no.
You know, I haven't drank. I figured I wouldn't. You know what I mean? I didn't really feel like the need. I was happy this morning when I woke up.
You've been struggling with that a lot this week. Well,
yeah,
this past week. And I know...
Because I know I don't need it. I know I'm a strong enough person and I don't need it. Mm-hmm. And I just numb myself. But certain times in certain situations, it's just easier to just numb it. Because if not, I start thinking about it. I end up talking too much shit. Excuse my language. You know? I got in trouble this week for talking shit to the stepmom. So I try not to talk shit.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm talking bad about someone. I just tell everything that I'm feeling right then and there.
Right. The filter's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's something that I've noticed. Actually, it's been more than the last week. It's been like the last 2 weeks I've noticed the progression. And I know you've been trying to hide it, but I've noticed. And it's one of those demons that you have to fight. I can root you on, I can cheer you on, I can do what I can do, but when it comes down to it, it's your party, bro.
Yeah.
And that's all I can do is I can help.
Yeah.
But I can't pull the trigger on it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
That's
for
funny.
sure.
You like that?
I do. So, go ahead. We're 10 minutes in, and so let's go ahead and hear a story. And we're not gonna go into any type of emotional, because number one, he's medicated, so that wouldn't work. I mean, you would get an emotional response, but it just wouldn't be like, if you weren't
No,
medicated.
it wouldn't be the same.
So in fact, that's what we're gonna name this episode. It's gonna be the Happy Show.
The Happy Show,
So
huh?
so go ahead and give us.
You want me to tell you that one story? Or?
Yeah, but pace it, okay?
Basic?
Pace it.
Pace it.
Yeah.
All right.
He has a tendency to, when he tells a story, he gets excited and he starts talking really fast. And you're like trying to keep up, but he's talking really fast, and then he goes that, and you're like, okay, that's what I mean by pacing. He has to.
So again, I was with a cousin up north.
You and your cousins. He has lots of cousins.
I do.
You'll figure this out.
Rodney, and I'd been up there for quite a few months in doing the things you do in Humboldt, if you know where Humboldt, California is.
What is the things you do in Humboldt?
Oh, yeah.
You got to put it out there.
Yeah. You smoke weed and you grow weed and you learn all the different business about it. And now multimillionaires up in Humboldt was where it started,
Right. Yeah, I mean, for me, anytime I see or think of Humboldt, I think weed.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of weed. Like the majority of weed, California weed, is from Humboldt.
For sure. And so I've been up there eating off the land. I lost a lot of weight. My hair grew long. My beard was super long. We went on mini hikes. I got chased by bears. And I know this is a story just getting to tell you about where I was.
No, keep going. You're doing
but
beautiful.
This is like no shit at all, dude. People are going to be like, okay, it's just because he's medicated right now. Now we know what he's medicated on or something like that. But that isn't the fact. This is a true story.
Right.
It's not fiction, It was up there, and we decided that when we get to this property the friend that owns, it's over 65 miles through the woods to get to where this house is, to where we're staying on this property.
Wow.
And we go over 3 rivers, the Snake, the Mud, and the Eel. And the farthest one is where the property lies, and the river is on the edge of the property, the Eel River.
Right.
And so we decided to go down to the river, and I thought being there for already 4 months and hiking and losing a lot of weight that, I'm a champion at hiking. He's like, you sure you want to do it? It's downhill, but it's going to be like hell coming back up.
Oh.
And I'm like, he's like 65% downgrade. And I'm like, that's no problem. I could do that.
Right.
And so he's like, okay, well, we're going to go to the river. It's going to be one of the most beautiful rivers you've ever seen. And this river goes through, at a point on the property, through limestone. And what limestone does to water is it filters it, and it makes it crystal blue. You see the fish in it, the trout, the salmon, everything. And so we're going down to it, and we get to a point to where, like, I'm getting tired from going downhill. I've never been tired from going downhill. Yeah. But you got to resist from going too fast, or you'll lose your footing.
Right.
And not even... You're thinking, he lost his footing. Oh, you're not even getting it close yet.
No.
So we're going down, and we get to a certain point, and my cousin's all, you got to watch out for these 45 marbles. And I'm like, 45 marbles? He's like, it's like 45 miles an hour once you get on these marbles. You got to keep on moving. And I'm like, okay, I went past it the first time to get down to where the river was. No problem. Got down the river. We had a beautiful time. It was swimming, jumping off the cliffs, trying to catch the salmon and the trout and stuff like that, because they got brown trout up there, real good big trout. And we were like, okay, we've been there for hours, we've rung a lunch and everything, it's time to go back. And it took us 2.5 hours going down here. So you can imagine 2.5 hours going downhill. That had to be over miles, and I didn't realize it when I'm doing it.
Right.
The calculation in my head, I'm just like, oh, the water, I could see it from up there to the top, and it was crystal blue. I had to resist. I couldn't resist. I had to go see it.
Right.
And we got down there, lunch, everything, and then it's time to come back. And so we were getting ready to come back, and oh my God, one step after another, I got more and more tired. And I was already tired from resisting. Like, you got to resist using your own muscle going downhill.
Right.
It's like holding your weight backwards at an angle, also 65 degrees.
Right.
In order to stand straight. And I'm tired, and my legs in the front, the calves, everything,
are burning.
Are burning.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I'm like, oh, I got to take your first break. Then it's the second break. And we're already like everybody else, like Jessica, which is my cousin Ronnie's wife, and the 2 kids already, no, there was only 1 kid at the time, already made it up to the back to the top. And we're sitting there, and Ronnie's like, are you okay? You could do this, bud. I know you can make it. I'm like, he's like, it's going to be night soon. And I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, thanks for telling me it's going to be night soon. And so I try to make it a little bit faster and push myself a little bit harder.
Right.
But I'm starting to wear down even harder. And my cousin says, dude, we're 3 hours deep. Dark's coming on us. We got to get up here. There's creatures and stuff that could get us, or snakes or stuff. We got to go, because this is when they come out, because they're hot. And they got to go hide to these places that we're going through. And I'm like, oh my God, now you're scaring me with snakes and stuff like that. And we get to this one bush, and a deer jumps over the top of us down the hill. And I'm like, oh, I get shocked from there on. And I'm like, oh. And we'd come to the 45 marbles, and I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. My cousin Ronnie just goes across them real fast, and I'm like, I started jinxing myself. I have a thing. If I know I can do it, and I push myself, tell myself I can do it, I can brainwash my own self into anything.
Right.
It's just a technique that I've learned to overcome stuff, in life and everything that I do. I just tell myself that I can and will myself to do it. And I get ready, and I kind of step up, and I'm kind of going, and next thing I know, I go across the 45 marbles, and it starts losing. I lose my footing, and I start tumbling backwards, and I'm going backwards and flipping backwards, and then I'm like, I got to get straight. So I start getting straight, and I'm still slipping. Next thing I know, I hit a tree, and my face comes up, my glasses break, I get knocked out, and I'm like, I like to hear, I'm like, what the heck? I've heard this noise before,
Right.
I'm like, someone's calling my name. I know they are. So I'm like, I can't see still though, and I'm like hitting my ears, and I'm like, okay, I gotta get together. And then it's my cousin Ronnie. He's like, oh my God, do you know how much farther we fell back down this hill? He doesn't ask me if I'm doing okay or if I'm alive or anything. And then we start both laughing, and I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I know we're gonna do it. We gotta get back up this hill. I lost more than half the way that I had already made, and I already made 3/4.
That sucks.
And so I get to the point to where I had to go, and my cousin says, we're not going to go that way since we're already on this side of the 45 marbles. We got to go just straight up, and you're just going to have to do it. So going in 4th hour, 5th hour, 6th hour, it's dark completely. We're going through bushes and stuff. I'm feeling spider webs on me, and I'm just like trying to ignore it. This is the first time that in my life I learned to overcome. I mean, I overcome a lot of stuff, but never on my own. I learned to do it. And so I get there, and we're going through bushes and stuff again, and all I could think of was snakes like he talked about, and I think that deer that was a buck with big old horns is going to get us, and there's bears around here, like,
lions, tigers, and bears, oh my.
Yeah, really. But I finally made it to the top, and we sit there, and literally, my cousin didn't let me know. We watched the sun come up in the morning. It had been over 12 hours with falling and coming down that I made it up there, and we just sat there because he said, you need this. And I said, need what? He said, you'll see in just a minute. And I started getting lighter and lighter. I was like, oh my God, Rodney, are you serious? It took us this long? He's like, yeah, it took us this long. It took us all night to get back here. You should be proud of yourself. I said, I am, but I'm dead. We are still got a mile, 2 miles to get to our wiki up hut that we built, and I was like, oh no, but made it back to the wiki up and slept for like 3 days. I was bushed. You know.
Explain the hut.
Oh, it's like a way to build a shelter to live inside, and you use grass strands and mud and wood to build up side of the walls, and it's good to make it in an octagon shape because it defends itself from the wind good and won't get pushed down, and it keeps solid. And then it's grass on top with more mud, and then you build your own fireplace with rocks in it to keep it warm.
How big, roughly? Like, give it a square footage. I'm trying to pay.
From one side of the octagon in the point to another point, it's like 45 feet. And it's got bunks, and it also got sleeping up because the heat rises, so you sleep up in the roof.
Okay.
So
how tall is it?
Good 12 foot tall.
Okay, so it's good size.
This one was. You can make them smaller. You can make them any size, you know.
And that's where they lived, right?
Oh, yeah. They lived there for a long time. And
because one thing I think, well, I'm going to let you do it. Other than saying that, you know, they were the traditional forest hippies, yeah. But I'm going to let you go and explain that more in detail.
Oh, yeah, they were hippies. They didn't believe they were off the grid, and they didn't believe in doing anything but what was in the woods and what you got from the woods and lived from the woods. Maybe go to town for your basic supplies like rice, beans, cheese once in a while, or a candy bar if they bring it back. But I could never make the hike. It was 65 miles, and once in a while, because it was off of lumber roads, and you'd find truckers, they'd give you rides. But I never made it into town.
No.
And I stayed in the woods for 6 months, and sometimes by myself in the middle of the night hearing wolves and in a school bus. It was crazy when I get left by myself.
How long would it take them to get to?
Sometimes 2 days. And like I remember one time it took them like 3 or 4, and then they brung all these people with them, and we had this big old hookskaba parade, and it was weird.
Okay, you can't just go over that. You're gonna have to tell that story.
Oh, well, like drinking and smoking pot.
Started at the beginning.
Oh,
so they went to town. They were gone 2 days. They came back with people. How many people?
About 4 or 5.
Okay. And were they random strangers or people they knew?
Just random strangers.
No shit.
Yeah. Beautiful girl that I liked too.
Okay.
Her name was Maya.
You remember the name?
Oh yeah, because I took. I gotta tell it. Because I took mescaline. You know, that's cactus buttons for you Indians out there, and they make you hallucinate. So yeah. So
how many you said there was?
5.
5. So 8 in total.
With all of us, yeah.
Yeah. Was it just like weed, or was there alcohol involved?
Oh, there's alcohol, weed, also mescaline.
And how long was the party?
All night until the morning. I'd passed out way before morning. They were gone when I woke up.
Hey, where'd the fuck go? So, now, was that a one-time occurrence? Or
it was a one-time occurrence. But we still gathered with other people at other places, you know, multiple times. Went to, what are they called? Communes a couple of times. We're friends, and we also partied with, I don't remember the Indians up there. I apologize, Indians, or Native Americans. Sorry. Because they're correct, but I learned different things from them and stuff. But
it's interesting because I think a lot of people don't realize that in the Northern California area, and especially in the woodlands, there's tons of that subculture going on that people don't really know about.
Right.
And how long were you in that subculture? How long were you off the grid?
About 6 months. But I ended up being off the grid way longer than that because of the morals. I just barely a year ago or 2 years ago got on the grid, so I kept off of it. Still keeping those ideas, but now I'm trying to modernize it, bring Randy out, you know.
Yeah, I've been told I'm persuasive.
Yeah, you are. I let me tell you this. This is part of the same story.
Yeah,
Only reason that I got on social media is because my brother's wife passed away, and I felt really bad and wanted to know. I loved him so much, and I knew he was crushed, and I needed him, and he needed me, and I still need him.
Yeah, that was how you
Yeah, I didn't have a Facebook before that.
really.
Becca tried to find me plenty of times, and when Pops passed away, you guys tried to find me. You couldn't find me. Lacey accidentally remembered my stepdad's name and stuff. See how that just went tangent?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm in this weird mood, and I'm like, my brain is rolling on all cylinders. It's crazy, but you might not think it is, but it really is.
I'll make him do something creative after this is over. But well, because how do I say this? You are a different person than who you were originally, and you can still hold those values, you can still hold those thoughts, but you're now in the public eye, and though it may be minute to, because I'll be honest with you, I have not checked to see how many downloads each show's getting.
Because, you can do that?
Yeah, I can.
Oh wow!
But I refuse to because I don't want to get caught up in that. I don't want to get caught up into, oh, we've got to make a better show to get more hits. I just want to go ahead.
Best it goes for me, like I explained to you, if one day someone follows me because they hit the show, I'm happy.
Yeah,
it makes me one person that my thoughts, my words, my feelings got out to.
Right,
and that's enough for me. You know, I'm not gonna know what to do with myself when it's a million of them. You know? Yeah, I'm shooting big.
Why not? I was gonna say, because lately around the house has been the whole talk of Jazel MonCon, and I know people kind of roll their eyes at me when I talk about it, but think about this, okay? When we were young kids in 1993, and I said one day we're gonna have a published comic book.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was more of a fairy tale.
Yeah. Kind of like, oh, we're going to do a convention is what I'm getting. The
yeah,
similarity.
That's what I'm saying. But fairy tales do come true. That's what I'm saying.
As long as you work at it.
I mean, most of my life is a fairy tale. A creative storyteller, they call me, and that's what my grandma said, because she said I wasn't a liar. And I'm not a liar, but I am a creative storyteller, she used to call me. But I've had these experiences, and in my head, they're milestones. Kevin keeps on wanting me to do a timeline. David wants me to do a timeline. I don't want people to call you that K word. I forgot.
It's okay.
But I'm afraid to do a timeline.
Why not?
Because then it's going to be like, I'm older than I am, in a way, you know what I mean? Because most of the stuff I've done and lived in my life, nobody at 40 years old has done it. I don't feel like I should still do more. I mean, I am, but I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, you're not young.
No, I'm not. And I know it's like, I was just talking about my gray today. It's getting terrible. I mean, now if I shave, I look like I'm what? 30 maybe?
Yeah.
Come on, give it to me.
Yeah, I'll give you 30.
I wouldn't go lower than that. And I got a nice short haircut that makes me look younger. But when I let my hair grow long and wild and mad like I am, because I'm not shaving, fall's coming, and I don't shave during fall unless I have to go to some convention or something or do something. And he's talking about wanting to go public, so I might have to get a haircut.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that needs to go on. I know this month is not only with both the girls' birthdays this month, but we've got 2 magazines going out this month. Veronica's One Shot, The World of Myth, plus all the other crap that I've got going on. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
So you might get away with it at least one more month.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So, all right. Let's see. Where do I want to go? It's always a tricky.
Nothing emotional.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's I'm not gonna go there. That's why I said we're gonna have the happy show.
Yeah.
So, let's see. How about we talk about your harmonica?
My what?
Your harmonica.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about my harmonica. I'm an accomplished harmonica player, and that's not just saying it. I have never took a lesson in my life. But just imagine, and I have an app on my phone to actually learn the harmonica, but I refuse to do it because I have an organic sound. I figure if I learn it, then I'll be like every other harmonica player.
That's true. That is true.
And I like the way I sound. Although I haven't done it too much into a microphone, and I'd love to backlash it, but guess where the harmonica is?
Oh, it's in the backpack.
Everything that's important is in the harmonica. And I was just thinking about it today, this morning. I wish I had my harmonica because it makes me happy to play my harmonica.
That is how you know, kids, that Randy's in a good mood. Like in a really good mood. If you hear him playing the juice harp, then you know he's in a great mood.
Yeah. I was in a good mood today. I wanted to juice, and then I was like, damn, backpack. And I got out of the habit of having a backpack and putting everything in it because I lost my last backpack that had everything important. Never got it returned again. So it's like, I can only imagine what women go through with their purse. We're at her house, and our stepmom, or my stepmom and his mom, loses her purse. She freaks out.
Yeah, but she does that all the time.
Yeah, she does it, but for real, like, can you imagine a woman, like, in their perspective? That's the only thing, like, I think of, like, goes bad, you know? It's like our wallet, almost, but
yeah,
that usually, my backpack usually has my wallet in it. But I carry a wallet now because I lost my wallet so many times on a chain. And I'm telling you, this chain, the normal person, it weighs your pants down. I have to tighten my belt tight. My brother's like, why do you have such a big chain? You beat somebody up with it or something?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you know, it just won't break. I've had a chain before, and this is the first chain I've had that if it gets snagged on something, I'm pulling the doorknob off or breaking my pocket sideways and the wallet's swinging out on me. You know?
Right.
But I won't lose the wallet.
Well, you're like me. You're due for a new wallet. My wallet's
Oh, I am. It's the insignia on the outside is in the inside now on the leather from wearing it so long. Yeah.
Right. But, so, what else do you want to talk about? We still got about 13 minutes left of the show.
13.
Lucky 13.
Come 11. I don't know. Something just came to my mind when you said
Go it.
13.
Do it.
I love to gamble.
Okay.
I think my life's been a gamble.
What is your favorite game?
Texas Hold'em.
Texas Hold'em.
My dad never taught me Texas Hold'em. I learned it on my own.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But he taught us all 21.
Yeah.
And high-low card and a 5-card stud, 5-card draw. But the money and how good I am, because you can't. My brother will tell you, he's the only one that can read my face pretty good and know about what mood I am pretty much in that day. And he'll look at me like with his little beady eyes, like, "Are you okay? Is everything all right today? I can't read you really today." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm good today." But Texas Hold'em, man, it's a game. I'm telling you, game of strength, strategy, buff, cuff, muff.
How much is the most you've ever won off of it?
$1,500.
Nice.
And I was going to take that $1,500, but I thought it was more important to do it because I was going to join a tournament for.
Tell the story.
Tell the story.
Tell the story.
I was going to take the money and go into a big Texas Hold'em tournament for.
Okay. Where were you at?
I was at the Western Casino or Gold Western Casino in Bakersfield, California.
In Bakersfield. Okay.
Yeah, it's a card house.
Okay. As long as you're not in Oildale, we're good. Keep going.
You know about Oildale?
I do know about Oildale.
That's funny. That's a trip. Have we ever talked about this?
No.
It's only because you've been to Arkansas.
Yes.
I knew when I went to Arkansas there was a village of people from Oildale.
Oh, yeah. It was like, that's, yeah.
That's another whole story. Let's go back to the game. And so I'm at the Gold Westerns Casino or Card House, and I won that $1,500 and was going to join their $150,000, but I had been doing drugs and stuff so much that I had so many bills. I decided to do the smart thing and go pay all my bills, but I still had a lot of money left, so of course, I partied it down and
Right.
got rid of it that way, drinking and stuff. I used to drink a lot, and it never affected me. Never. My dad either. We could just drink forever. Mostly beer, I can drink, just keep drinking it. But it's when I drink malt liquor that I get torn up.
Yeah, but one thing that I will say is the more you drink, the more cans of beer you drink, the more aggressive you get.
Yeah, so I try not to do that. Because I start thinking of all the bad stuff.
Yeah.
There's a happy medium that I know when I get it or whatever, I try to keep to it,
Because what is it? What are they, like 44s? What do you get? The ones
They're 25-ounce cans, but they're 10.0 each. The earthquakes, but hurricanes are 8.1.
So that's roughly 50 ounces. That is, and I know that sounds like a lot, but I think that would be his max. I mean, typically if he goes past 2, that's when it really affects him as far as like behavior wise. Because usually he'll go and he'll get tipsy, as he calls it, and then he'll go pass out, and that's pretty much it for the day. But like you said, you go over that max and you start thinking about all the bad stuff, and you get upset, and there's just yeah. So I don't know why that came up. I was just
because it's me. We ended up getting into who I am, and you guys want to know more about me, I'm sure, and I'm not afraid to share anything. Shooting straight, buddy.
Yeah, and that's one of the biggest things. That's the biggest draw that everybody.
I'm not promoting it either. I had to say that. Sorry for cutting.
No,
you
you're
off.
fine.
I'm not telling people this is fun. Go drink, party down, whatever. If you have a chance, in my family, I never had a chance to not drink. It was just part of our culture. We drank as a family, and they knew because I hung out with most of the major drinking people that I more than likely would be like that. Maybe it's in my genes. We never figured it out. I just want y'all to know that.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole. But yeah, very well said.
Yeah.
Very well said.
Thank you.
So let's see. When's the last time you've gone gambling? What?
Ah.
I mean, have you done like Vegas? Have you gone to Vegas and gambled?
I haven't gambled in a long time. I want to. And I don't consider bingo a gamble.
Bingo's a waste of money.
Yes, it is.
It is. And I can just say it. Anybody, okay, this is coming from someone who majored in math and science, who understands the odds of chance, who actually took a whole freaking semester about odds and chance. If you win one game, how do I say this? You play 200 games and you win once, that odd, you would think, okay, 1 in 200 chances. No.
It's 200 times everybody in the room.
Yes.
If they have that many cards, they got more.
Per game.
Yes.
So you're almost better off winning the lottery than winning bingo more than once. Just saying.
Yeah, we're just saying.
I hate bingo. I have a deep, deep passion against bingo. My wife, God rest her soul, she loved bingo. I was like, why? Why? But yeah, she loved bingo. Oh, shit.
This is a good, fun day. I hope you guys all appreciate this. We're having a good one. He's got the biggest grin on his face. My cheeks are hurting because I don't smile a lot. I frown more than I smile, probably.
If you want to know...
Crooked smile, whatever.
I was going to say, if you want to know the inside joke to that, email us at shooting_straight@jayzomon, JAYZOMON.com, and say, okay, I don't get the bingo joke. And I will personally write you up a response. I will. I'll shoot straight with you.
Yep. I won't though, but y'all know my email anyways. But it's randyman2388 at gmail.com, and I just appreciate any emails. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and getting better at the Twitter. So in case you're sending me messages, I don't know, I'm trying to get it, or if you post something, I sure do appreciate all my followers lately on Twitter. I don't know if it means what I think it means, but do I get the other person's followers too? Because it keeps on telling me I'm getting their followers too.
It's no, they have to physically follow you.
But they're giving out my stuff to them.
To other people. Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm getting then.
Yeah.
So there's a chance. It's getting out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're getting followers, I'm losing followers. I don't get it.
Are you really?
I am.
Jay said that too. He said he's losing followers too.
Really?
And quite a few of his friends and him have started following me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, a couple of his friends.
How do you know how many do you have right now?
I don't know. That's what I say.
Okay.
I don't know how it works yet.
Okay.
I can look up there. It's at the top when you view profile, right?
Yeah.
You got to view the profile. You show me that, yeah.
Okay. That's cool though. That's cool that his friends are following you, because you. Again, okay, I laugh because
Either they're thinking like what do you consider them? They're not. Are they millennials or what? No,
they're millennials.
They're millennials.
Absolutely.
They probably just think this is hilarious as hell, and that's okay. Whatever turns someone on, any way it can be,
Right.
I don't mind what reaction I get at. Criticism is criticism. Likes are likes.
Yeah.
But all of them are attention to me.
Right.
Bad and good.
Yeah, and I've been saying this for God knows how long. I mean, you can physically get attention. You can physically get addicted to getting a lot of attention. You can.
Yeah.
It's the whole. That's where, because remember in not Facebook. What was before Facebook? MySpace.
I used it all the time.
They didn't. You could. There was no dislike button. Remember? It was
yeah.
But then, what revolutionized the social media industry was that whatever his name is, I can't remember his name, the guy that created Facebook, he came up with the idea of adding a like button. And when you like button and you clicked it, it would notify that person. And someone somebody liked something of mine. And just that thought releases endorphins into the body. And that is how Facebook beat MySpace. Because technically, MySpace was more advanced and more user-friendly than the original Facebook.
Really? How interesting.
And it was just all on that simple like button.
I love the like button and the share button and the post.
Yeah, I
mostly motivational quotes that I go through and positive stuff is that's pretty much all my stuff on.
Yeah. The only thing I post is through mine is the kids. I post a lot on my kids. And hopefully, like I said, tonight I can get back in the saddle and start working out again. And like I was, posting, my weight loss and gym exercise, well, not exercise, but my, what I'm trying to say, my picks.
Regiment.
Yeah, but other than that, I really, and I'll go through and I'll like people's stuff.
Right.
Just when you like somebody's stuff, to me, it's almost like a stop by saying, hey, how are you doing?
Or giving someone a smile. You don't know if that smile that one day does something that maybe they were going to kill themselves or they were going to do something. You give them some kind of hope by just smiling at them.
Yeah.
My aunt used to tell me you don't know how many people's lives you're going to save with that smile, Randy. So give someone a smile, even if they don't give it back to you. You don't know what it did for them. That's one for you. Listen.
So,
I believe in smile therapy.
Yeah.
I told my brother about that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Going in front of the mirror and smiling for at least 5 minutes. Just keep smiling until you make yourself laugh. It works.
Or kid, you can go and shave off your beard and look at yourself and think you look ridiculous and start laughing at yourself.
And your daughter says something, Daddy, I don't like it either. I learned it. I started messing up in the bathroom. I was all sorry. I didn't mean to listen.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
And he says, what do you say?
I don't even remember what I said.
You said, that's one thing about being a boy, it grows back.
Oh.
She looked at you like.
What you're missing, kids, is that because of the whole Jazel Modcast, and Randy can attest to this, I literally put my whole being